it's like, okay, the parts of the movie, like, this isn't like really real. They can hear me now, so it doesn't matter. The parts of the movie that bothered me the most was the fingernail and maybe pissing blood. Like the dude who got pulled into the pool and drowned. Fucking like the side of his face. Oh no, there's parts that bothered me. Like, ooh, I don't like that. And then there was parts that almost made me throw up. And I'm pretty sure the movie is like, we fucking did it. We nailed it. If it almost made you vomit, the movie, like, we did our goddamn job. So try this a fucking again. So what ended up happening was, while she's duct taping a cloth over his stump, blood oozing from his stump arm.
His stump leg.
While that's happening, the new boyfriend, like the ex-boyfriend, shows up, and oh my god, he hits her in the back of the head with a hammer. I just want y'all to know that he hit her with a fucking hammer. Like he bopped her in the noggin with a goddamn hammer and knocks her out for a few seconds.
Did you free the chickens?
No.
The chickens are free.
Oh, unfree them then.
I can't do anything about it. They're also hungry.
Probably because they're not in there where they should be eating. That's their fault. The chicken's gonna die. Which is not good for our businesses. Given how hard it is for this game to make money. Didn't you say we had a cheat way to like fucking like glitch some money into the game or something?
No, I told you like they had to patch it out because of the Switch version.
Oh, okay. So he's going on this monologue while he's choking while Flash is choking Spider-Man. Mary Jane is over there like having been hit in the head with a hammer. And the weird thing is, like, it takes her so long to come to. Like, he clearly starts recycling lines. Like, what about my feelings? You were nobody before you dated me. How could you treat me like this? No one dumps me. What about my feelings? Blah, 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 blah. She's getting her shit together. Feels the back of her head, and he has literally split her wig open with that fucking hammer. She grabs a nail gun, shoots him in the back of the head, shoots him in the head with the nail gun. The nail comes out of his left eye, and so now he has left eye. Which is weirdly enough, you'd assume left eye's right eye would have been her problem, which is why she would have been left eye, because otherwise, you know. Anyway, moving on. So they then, this is the third time I'm doing this. They then like escape into the woods to try to like get past all the not the bad guys. Understand this. Everybody has been murdered. And
because
I mean
they're all infected.
Yes. That like they were shooting people in the fucking head. Like they just were. They were shooting people in the head. Because there was no saving any of these fuckers whatsoever. So they managed to escape into the woods. She it's also very important to understand that when you find before we go into the cave, let me give you this. The cop who so I guess the cop realized oh shit, some shit went down, oh shit. So that cop is like, yo, I gotta skip town. So he calls his cousin to come pick him up in this lifted van. The cousin comes to pick him up, and they hit a roadblock, and the roadblock is a matter of hey, the road yeah, we got a roadblock, we can't let people out of town. And so the cousin gets out of the car and is like, hey man, let me talk to you real soft and gentle like. He's like, I'm a businessman. How much would it take for me to for us to go down this road? And I guess he pretends to drop his wallet, and as the dude is reaching down to pick up the wallet, he yells out Butterfingers, and then proceeds to leap into the air and stop moving, and proceeds to drop an elbow on the back of this dude's neck. Like, that's what it is. Okay, so okay, good. Jeez. Proceeds to drop an elbow on the back of this fucker's neck. Are you coming? What happened?
I'm coming. What do you mean?
You didn't show up immediately, so I was concerned. And they drive off. So, as Peter Parker and Mary Jane are like running through the woods, they get tackled by the CDC because, duh, that's what the fuck would happen. Like, oh, that's not what happens. He falls down. He's like, I can't keep going. I can't keep going. I've lost too much blood. And so they catch up to her, and they grapple her, and they're like, ah. And so he springs into action, and he jumps on. He jumps on the dude's back, and he basically gives her time to run away, while he's getting the shit beat out of him, because that's what happened. They beat him up.
Holy shit, those things hit hard.
Do they? So, yeah, he's getting beat up, she runs away. As she runs away, she runs into the cop and his cousin in the van. They let her get into They let her get into the van. What?
None.
They let her get into the van, and like as the van drives away, we see that she has this gaping gash in the back of her neck. And just understand, like, one of the there are other titties in the movie. Just understand, like, one of the main like telltale you are infected.
Oh
signs.
God! Get away from me! Jeez.
One of the telltale signs that you are infected in this movie is that, like, you basically have like these pustules all over your body, like, or in certain places. Like, they look like herpes because that's what the one chick had. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't even call this hard. It's just annoying. And
I'm telling you right now, if we die again, like, I'm just gonna say, like, we're not going to mine this day.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if we die again, I'm done with the game for the night, because we'd have to restart yet again.
And
gosh.
Well, that means we have to kill all the monsters to proceed.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure they kill Peter Parker because they have to. She gets away, and that's kind of like I'm like sitting here like, is that the end of the movie? Is that how it ends? And I look at the time left, and there's a decent amount of time left, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm gonna die. I died. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. Fuck this game. I'm sick of this shit. I'm so fucking sick of this game. I'm fucking done. I am fucking done. Like, this game is slow, and it's awful. It's an awful game. It sucks. It sucks so much. It's so goddamn slow. Like, everything. Like, who the fuck are you? I found you unconscious while I was fiddling with your cunt. Anyway, so the girl who was gonna take the Watcher to prom, turns out she's a high school stripper. And so, like, we go over to her at her strip club, getting ready to go on stage, and like one of the other strippers comes in and calls her a whore. So clearly we are aware that this girl is like moonlighting as a prostitute. And she's putting makeup on, and she has a fat, it's the same chick from before, so she has like this fat fucking cold sore on her on her lip. Oh God. Oh, my Lord and Savior, please help. My easy stomach. Don't turn over now. So she's like trying to put enough fucking like lipstick on to cover it up. And so the girl who comes in is like, okay, you're wanted upstairs, and she's like, don't touch any of my stuff. So the girl sits down and she's like getting ready to touch up her makeup, but instead of using her own makeup, oof.
Big oof.
Instead of using her own makeup, she decides to use infected girl's makeup, and as she twists the fucking lips, I see it. As she twists it up, there's this big glob, like it's just covered in pus. It's covered, dude. It's fucking covered in pus. And she proceeds to use it anyway. So then, old girl goes out on stage and she starts doing her thing. There's these two Hispanic dudes. There's some other dudes, and there's these dudes who have kids, and they recognize her from the school, and like everybody's just on some like she's 16, I'd still fuck her, yuppity-guppity-goo. Like it's ha 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 ha. And so she's like not feeling well. Oh my gosh. So there comes a part in the routine where she like flips on, like she lays that down and she like wraps this dude's like leg in her thighs, and like kind of all starts to grind a pussy in his face. And then she like opens her legs, and he sees this. I don't forget what I was doing, but I ended up having to rewind this scene. He licks this liquid from the inside of her leg, from the inside of her thigh, and I was like, please, for the love of God, tell me she like poured like booze on herself or something. No, no, there was just a mysterious liquid inside her thighs, and he licked it. He deserves to die. He deserves a dead. And, and so then what happens is she takes off her fucking bra, and her titties are just covered with herpes. Like I'd say within like a 3-inch radius around the nipple are just like these pustules. And everybody's like, and one dude's like, I'd still fuck her though. And then like she ends up going back into the private dance room. She gets given a dude a private dance, and blah blah blah. She throws up on him, like she pukes on him, and that's kind of where the movie stops. And as the credits prepare to roll, it goes back into an animated sequence where it shows her like she goes back home, like, and she's not feeling well, and she's saying, "Oh, I should have went to prom," and then it's showing the Mexican dudes that were there. They're going back to like Tijuana or whatever, and then one of them like scratches the back of his neck and his fingers are all bloody. One of the dudes that was like, "I still fuck her," like went to the bathroom, washed his hands, and when he came out, I don't know where he was. I guess he was in his office place, and there was like a big like bowl of like Take One candies, and he like reaches in to get some candy, and his fucking finger falls off in the candy. So basically, like the whole point of this this sequence is everybody who was there got like exposed, and it just went like because it shows that these people are not all from here. Like there are people who live in the town who are still infected. There are people who are like leaving the country who are infected, and people who are like traveling to another state are also infected. So like it's spreading. It spreads. Like the disease spreads. It's it's awful. It's not fun to watch. But the thing is, I really fucking wish, like with all my nuts, I really wish that there was a part 3, because I'd like to see what happens next. And like one of like the telltale signs other than the pustules is, for whatever reason, people's gums bleed. And it's fucking nasty. It's a nasty fucking movie. Like it's fucking gross. It is nasty as shit. It's exclusively designed to make you feel ill. It does a good
I mean,
fucking
that's kind of what the
job.
point of the first movie was, like, but it was a lot more grounded in reality, to be fair.
This
Whereas
was
this one's
not.
just like,
It's
we don't care anymore.
this one's very campy. It's not good campy like the Evil Dead, but it is campy. It's very aware that
Also, time.
oh, like, okay. Oh. Well, that's it. I gotta go.